Hello friends and potential friends. Welcome back to Geeky Gardens. My name's Jack, in case you haven't been here before. And this is my empty lab. I've been busy. All I've got left in here now is a couple of stragglers. There's a couple of sweet banana peppers that I haven't found a place for yet. One Praxis cherry tomato, one Everglades tomato, one little tiny cayenne pepper that's not big enough to go outside yet. Got my bonsai rosemary back there. And my various cuttings, the olive pits that haven't done anything yet. And that's about it in here so far, so let's go outside and see what I've been up to. Well, first a little bit of the statistics. Today is Sunday, March 5th, I believe, 2023. It's right about 12 noon. Temperature's about 80 degrees out here. Ooh, I just felt a nice little breeze coming off the river. Ah, that'll be welcome. We're supposed to get up to 80 today. It's already up to 80, and probably will go higher. They also said we might get some more rain. See any rain up there? A few clouds over to the west of me, but I can keep hoping. We did get about 1/10 of an inch of rain overnight, which is the first rain I've seen in at least 3 weeks. Up here on the patio, I've got the usuals. There's the comfrey down there I haven't done anything with yet. My mint that keeps on going. One last avocado that needs to go out in the ground. This tower is ginger and turmeric, and nothing's coming up yet. And these two towers were on the front porch. That was my salad tower and my garden peach tower. I just need to find the time and cool enough weather to take those things apart and recycle the soil in them. Need to recycle this one too, because it's still not doing anything. And more rosemary, some aloe over there. I got to start babying that because the aloe that I've got in the pots is not looking real good. Hasn't been getting enough water. And some comfrey down there. Strawberry tower, pretty much empty now. The last 2 strawberry plants died, so I'll be recycling that pretty soon too. Pineapples are coming along nicely. Can't see that last one from here, but and in this bed I've got the, let's see, these are rattlesnake beans along the trellis and Praxis cherry tomato plants along the front. The other side are my Great Northern beans from Wally World. And I believe might be some beans showing up on them pretty soon. I see a number of blossoms coming in. There's the cilantro, still waiting to go to seed. And if you take a close look, you see they're starting to produce flowers. So I'll be getting another batch of seeds out of these before long. Now next to them, I've got a row of sweet banana peppers. And about 3 rows, maybe 4 of jalapenos. And then I put some more sweet banana peppers down here at the other end next to the comfrey. Over behind me, we've got more comfrey. And then these are the contender bush beans. And I'm starting to get beans. Quite a few of them in there. They're still pretty tiny, but they're coming on pretty good. And my sweet potato slips are finally starting to pop up. There's a couple over here, a few over here. These were the first ones that came up. More there and there and there. Over here. Oh, there's one over here too. So pretty soon I'll have sweet potato slips that I can plant. Let's see, I put tomatoes back here. Most of these are garden peach. And right here at the end I had one Everglades tomato and one that I have no idea what it is. I just volunteered in a pot in the lab, so I brought it out here and planted it. My Swiss chard and my curly kale still looking good, tasting pretty good too, by the way. I planted some cayenne peppers in here next to the kale. There's the red Russian kale and my cabbage collards. They're still growing good, and I'm thinking I might turn some of that into sauerkraut here before too long, because I really don't need to can any more collards or other greens. Still got a lot of them in the pantry. Got an empty bed here, which I have plans for, but it's not quite time yet. And then over here I've got one more bed of peppers. These first two rows at this end are more sweet banana peppers. I planted too many banana pepper seeds this year. Always seem to plant too many seeds. And then I've got 16 California Wonder bell peppers in here next to the cabbage. That cabbage will be coming out of there before too long. Maybe I'll mix it in with the collards and kale in the sauerkraut, because they're kind of tiny. And this one here's got something of a head. That one, the head is about the size of a good Brussels sprout. That one's about golf ball size. This one's about tennis ball size. And these ones down at this end are too close together and they're having a hard time forming heads. But those will be coming out before too awful long. Let's see, I showed you the Great Northern beans. Let's walk down these real quick. Nope, I don't see any beans in there yet, but there are some blossoms coming on. There's a better look at one of the pineapples. That one's looking pretty good. And this one over here is looking even better. Then we have some more tomatoes. These are Floridad tomatoes. It's a larger size, almost slicer. Not as big as a beefsteak, but they do taste pretty good. I got a few of those last year. And over on the other side, these are my Kentucky Wonder pole beans. And they've got beans all over them. And I'm getting into the sun, so. Oh, there's a couple of nice ones. Yep, those are coming on. Oh, look at that one. That one's almost eating size. So, I'll be picking beans before too long. Got a few homestead tomatoes down here at this end. And then more Praxis cherry tomatoes along the front of this bed. There's a third pineapple over there. Haven't done anything with that one yet, but it's still got some green in it, so I'm not ready to give up on it yet. In this pot where I planted ginger out here in the bright sunlight, that one has not started sprouting yet either. But what has been sprouting is the patience garden. These things have decided that spring's here, so I might actually get to eat a little bit of that this year. That's just a quick overview of what's going on in the garden for my spring planting. Got the tomatoes and peppers out. Beans are coming along nicely. And I do love those cabbage collards. They just keep on growing and keep on producing. But that's looking pretty good back here. Oh, there's my rosemary still turning into trees. Let's take a quick look back in the mini orchard. Oh, and by the way, I apologize for the background noise, but this is the first weekend of bike week this year, and they're hitting town in force. Looks like it's going to be a busy year this year. Next weekend will be the craziest. But the early birds are already here, and obviously they left their mufflers home. Let's see, mini orchard. We've got a lot of lemon blossoms over there on the ponderosa. Loquat's still growing good. The Meyer lemon's still doing good. Pineapples are doing good. There's that number 5 I showed you last week. And this one that's in the pot, I need to get some water on that. The guava is leafing out. Pomegranate is leafing out. Whew. I almost missed it. The red bud started blooming almost a week ago. And now it looks like all the blossoms are about done. They didn't last long at all this year. There are a few here and there amongst the moss, but not a whole lot of them. Fig tree still being a fig tree. And the mulberry spreading out good. It was producing a few berries, and I see there's a few green ones on there, but nothing ripening. Another avocado over here. Another fig. You see, I've been doing a lot of chop and drop. All the stuff I pull out of the garden. Once I got all the seeds off of it, the rest of it comes back here to turn into fertilizer. Yep, and there's my gardening buddy, Snowflake. She's chilling back here in the shade because it's getting pretty warm out here. But that's where we're at for this week. Things are transitioned over mostly to the spring and summer garden and starting to grow. So I'm enjoying the spring down here. Wish I could figure out how to send some of it up to my friends farther north, because we really have had an excess of temperatures down here, and it came on early. I mean, last year I thought it started about a month early. Well, this year it started about a month early compared to last year. So that's where we're at right now. I hope things are starting to grow for all my friends up north. Get out of that snow that I've been seeing all over the place and get on to gardening. And I'll see you next time.